Hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Beast Wars podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
I'm Alex.
And I'm David.
And unfortunately, our regularly scheduled programming has been cancelled this week on account of the destruction of the universe as we know it.
Yeah, well, Megatron, he had to do stuff.
As you may recall from last time on the Stasis Pod, Megatron went back, well, he was already back in time, but shot Optimus Prime, thus altering the course of history so that, evil triumphs, and somebody, possibly you, no longer exists.
Yes, but we sort of still exist, at least as disembodied voices in the void.
Yes.
Yes, and I believe we may have encountered a strange parallel dimension called Japan.
Yes.
Meanwhile, in Japan, we did try to we tried to get some Beast Wars Neo, which was the show that actually aired between seasons, seasons
2 and 3, I think.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay. Something like that. Or was it after season 3? Because didn't they put 2 and 3 together for Metals?
Maybe?
I don't think it was after, because I think after, that's when we got robots, we got robots of disguise.
Car Robots, yeah.
Right.
Who knows?
Yeah, Car Robots was right after Beast Wars, I think.
I mean, time and space are being torn apart here. We have no idea what the rules of causality are. Totally lost.
The important thing is to note is that Beast Wars Neo episodes seem to be surprisingly difficult to come by on, the usual online resources.
Yeah, at least the first episode is impossible to find. It doesn't exist. So we've gone back to Beast Wars 2.
Yes.
It was a mistake.
I think this whole thing was a mistake.
Movie.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, I don't know much about Japanese anything, but this was like an in-theaters movie, right?
Yeah, well...
Sort of.
Like you go to a theater, you buy your popcorn or your hot buttered fish sausage, and you sit down and watch some Lio convoy in imminent danger.
Yeah, well,
First you watch a clip show explaining what happened in the series before then, and then you watch this, and then you get to watch Bad Spark.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, David, you're our resident otaku here.
Yeah?
Can you explain how these sorts of movies are usually distributed and shown in Japan?
Well, this is a lower tier. This isn't like your Ghibli film or even Red Line, your big marquee anime movie. This is a little thing aimed at children, which is kind of an old tradition. I have bootleg Kamen Rider DVDs that are collections of the movies. Mm-hmm. It has packages of commercials that ran to publicize the movies. And I think they were mostly summer movies, and this came out in December, but it's probably a similar thing. You stick a bunch of short things together, have like a marathon of children's movies, like Kamen Rider beating up things, your Mazinger Z's, or whatever, your Doraemon, Sanrios and things. You stick a bunch of short things together to entertain the kids in the summer or the winter or when they're out of school.
So this is the sort of thing that they would show, I guess, sort of Japan's equivalent of how in the U.S. movie theaters will run, like, summer matinee series of just existing kids' movies rather than things that have specifically been made for that purpose.
Yeah, well, the Kamen Rider ones that was like in the 70s and the 80s, they were specifically made to run in the summer, and they still have Kamen Rider movies now that are kind of like, sort of like this, like 2 or 3 movies squished together to fill out a normal movie length, but it's just like a super special big episode.
And I suppose the other thing that comes to mind is what was put together in the U.S. as the Digimon movie.
Yeah.
Which was the sort of separate, of course, I forget the guy's name off the top of my head, but very nicely directed little not quite movies, to the extent that they had to be pieced together into one big thing for U.S. release.
Yeah, the guy who went on to direct Summer Wars. And some other things. Actually, I have the poster. Who directed it? Directed by Mamoru Hosoda. I think I read that right.
I love the Digimon movies.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that. Like, those were only just bigger than a normal animated episode. Which is why they got crunched together for America.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing that happened with like those Pokemon movies?
No, I think those are sort of, well, close to full length. They're like stretching 100 or 90 minutes.
Right. I mean, you've got some extensive credits and maybe like an animated short.
Yeah.
You know, beforehand to hit that hour and a half mark.
So that's sort of like the A-list equivalent. If you're Pokemon, you get like something like that, but if you're just Digimon or Beast Wars Second, you get something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the B team.
Yeah.
Well,
I think Digimon would be the B team, and this is the C team, maybe the B team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly, unlike the Digimon movies, they did not actually get some like really awesome animation studio and really great director to work on it.
No, it was just apparently just like the regulars. There's a couple moments of really good animation in this, but overall it's just barely above TV animation.
Yeah.
You can tell where they had fun with it and put in a lot of effort, and you can tell where they would have used more stock footage if they could have.
So, again, for another Transformers comparison, unlike in the US with Transformers the movie, where it's compared to the actual series, it's really beautiful. It's Beast Wars Second. It's not. It's not beautiful.
Will Lio Convoy die? What is the secret of the monster transformer Majin Zarek?
If anything, it's a little bit more like the G.I. Joe movie, and then a few steps down.
Yeah.
Because it starts out okay.
And this doesn't even have like the Japanese equivalent of Don Johnson or Judd Nelson in it. Unless there's some Japanese celebrity making those monster noises.
Yeah, because they're...
Frank Welker getting another paycheck.
Yeah, because this supposedly takes place somewhere in the middle of the Beast Wars 2 TV show, like somewhere in the 30s.
Right.
So it's like halfway through the show, I think. I forget how long it is. So it's there's no... Well, there's one special guest star, but that's not really that special. Well, it is to us, but voice actor-wise, it isn't.
So, you remember the basic gist of Beast Wars 2 from our last Beast Wars 2 episode, and if not, go back, watch it. Don't watch it, it's a podcast. Go back and listen to it, but it's basically Beast Wars, but cheaper.
Yeah,
and this going back...
I don't know, the water graphics look really realistic in this.
It's not Beast Wars, but cheaper. I suppose if by cheaper you're not referring to the animation so much as what they're paying for writers, because they are obviously not paying for the good writers.
No, probably not.
And you've got a slightly bigger cast because you get Cell Animation. They're selling all those toys.
Selling all the toys. But it wasn't a great first episode, and there's a whole, set of tropes unique to Japanese shows aimed at young boys.
Oh, yeah, and
this has all of them. Yeah, and it gets worse here. Because as we'll soon find out, in between the series beginning and this point in the series, they've picked up a second Kid Appeal character.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's somehow even more obnoxious than Tazmanian Kid.
If Tazmanian Kid is Cheetor, our new Kid Appeal character is who Cheetor would think is Cheetor.
It's deception.
It's worth taking a moment to summarize real quick for those who did catch the previous Beast Wars second episode we did, what has changed or been added to the story since then. So apparently Lio Convoy found a kid or something. And so
decided to give him his own combiner team?
Yeah, he's got, so this kid is a little, yellow tawny lion, named Leo Jr., and he's got his two sort of bodyguards, Skywarp and Santon, who are what in the US was the Magnaboss team, and over there still called Magnaboss, but their characters were presumably not quite so obnoxious. Also, as we see at the very beginning of the episode, and then never again.
Thankfully.
Also,
What?
The Seacons have shown up.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. They're okay.
First,
Yes.
the Seacons have shown up, which I don't think there's ever a point where Japan used or reused a Scramble City combiner. That being, for those not familiar with the term, sort of an overarching term for those peg-headed mid-80s, aerial bots, technobots, Denacons.
The grand cause of combiner wars.
Yeah. So I don't think there's ever been a point where those have been reused where they didn't just really feel archaic compared to the other toys they were re-released alongside.
Yeah, because the Combaticons were in robots, or car robots.
I remember getting those in Robots in Disguise, being so excited because they were some new toys. And bear in mind, I was in my early 20s at the time, so it's not like a little kid being super excited. I was so excited. I went out, it was snowing. I had just moved back to Virginia after living in Michigan's scenic Upper Peninsula. And I called my best friend up and I was like, let's go look for toys. And he was like, but it's snowing. I'm like, this is not snow. This is not snow. And I went out and I found them and I was so excited. I was gloating a little bit. I get home and I take them all out of the packages. I transform them and assemble them. I'm like, it's just G1 Bruticus. It's not great. This is not a great toy for the year 2002.
No.
I've been so excited and they were so anticlimactic and I should have known that they were going to be that anticlimactic. And having the Seacons here is sort of the same. It's like you've got this one group where you've got a bunch of peghead character designs and they show up briefly and they have a ship that is literally a spaceship.
Oh, but they're the Seacons. They're the best of the original combiners. They're little animal dudes. They're space pirates.
Actually, and their pirate logo makes them look like they're trying to steal.
This episode will be 3 hours long.
Well, this is why I'm not allowed to edit the wiki.
Their space pirate ship has a pirate flag that looks like if Wendy Thomas, mascot of Wendy's, decided to become a pirate.
I always thought it was kind of like a Skullgrin head. Anyway, they show up. And
the other new arrival since the beginning of Beast Wars 2nd would be Tripredacus.
Oh, this is problematic.
It's problematic, but it's very short. The very first line of dialogue is Costa Rica. Because these guys are horrible mariachi, borderline racist caricatures.
I suppose at this point, considering that the Seacons and Tripredacus show up at the very beginning of the episode, I suppose we can just go ahead and jump into the episode itself and then worry about pointing out which characters are different as we get to them. Which someone else should do because I cannot keep up with who the switch body people are, except that one of them keeps saying Roger, so I assume that's the one.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter for the most part.
No, it doesn't.
It's for the first 3 minutes are the Seacons combining and fighting Tripredacus, who combines. Hey, Tripredacus, wow, you look bad in this compared to when we did regular Beast Wars, but
so when within a minute of the beginning of this movie, we get mariachi band music and Tripredacus.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they fight the Seacons. There's some ridiculous, silly anime take panic faces from the Seacons.
It's kind of the best animated part of the whole thing.
It kind of isn't. I think that's probably because they're reusing stock footage for the combiner stuff.
Quite possibly, but still, even the reaction shots, a giant spaceship just shows up before they actually really start their battle, whacks into them and breaks them into their component parts. And the animation of them falling apart is actually really nice.
Yeah.
But bye, Seacons. Fuck yeah, Seacons. Oh, one minor note. This is the very short appearance of the very first Combiner female limb.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have a line.
Nope.
Was this their first appearance?
No, I think
Or just the first appearance that we've covered? Because we
Yeah,
didn't
first
cover
appearance
them.
we've covered.
And we're not going to come back to Beast Wars 2.
God willing.
No.
Please no.
So it's nice to see Scylla show up. It's like, hey, we have a female character. She's problematic. So we're not going to go into that.
No, I was kind of disappointed we didn't get any Artemis or Moon in this.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
expected them to show up at a point I guess I will mention when we get to it, but no Artemis or Moon. Alas.
And yet this spaceship actually looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it's neat looking.
Yeah,
The spaceship or the space ship?
the
The
giant
space pirate ship.
Well, the space pirate ship is very nice. It just reminds me of.
I mean, it's just an actual pirate ship.
Yeah, but the giant alien green spaceship thingy kind of reminds me of an over-detailed Zentradi ship from Macross.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's green and slightly organic, and it's giant, and it crashes into the Earth, and thus begins the episode. Oh, and we get a title sequence.
Yes, we get a title sequence with such music, with such traditional anime lyrics as "Let's tie our hearts together, we will never be alone."
Yeah, over the scenes of robot parts and a spinning pirate ship wheel, which is...
Well, it's just like a ship's wheel, because it's
Yeah.
the same one that later steers the movie's villain,
yeah, it's kind of...
for some reason.
It's not great.
No. But anyway, yeah, this thing crashes into the prehistoric whatever planet Gaia, which I think is not Earth.
No, it's not.
It's maybe Earth. Sometimes I think it's Cybertron. It's confusing.
Did the writers know? We're
Well,
not sure.
It's
Did
just
they care? Not really.
No, they don't really care. Well, the problem is that the Maximals in this are called Cybertrons, and the Predacons are Destrons, so when the Destrons are threatening the Cybertrons, they're threatening Cybertron. It gets confusing.
Yeah.
Anyway, the actual title of this is Leo Convoy in Imminent Danger. Which, I guess
Is,
that
I mean,
happens, sort of.
I mean, he's not really in any more imminent danger than everybody else.
No.
It's really a lot more Leo Jr. in imminent danger.
Yeah, that would be
because
more...
of him,
Yeah.
because of his own fault. Because
Yeah, in imminent danger from his own stupidity.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, both sides detect this. You know, and the Cybertrons are worried about it. But Galvatron of the Destrons is he's kind of jazzed about this coming. He has a feeling that it will bring them great fortune.
Yeah, and he hasn't changed mode, but pretty much everybody else under him has gotten an upgrade from... They used to be vehicles like jets and things.
He
But
still
now
has his
they're all-
perma grimace.
Yes.
It's
but now
Yeah,
amazing.
that is.
half the guys working for him have become cyborg versions, like there's the Cyborg Waspinator and the Dinobot, too, and some other things.
Cybershark and Wolfang.
Wolfang.
Yeah, and then there's the background guys that are the little auto troopers or something.
I think they still have the same bodies.
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
And then there's also Galvatron's brother, Megastorm, who has gone from being Generation 2 Megatron to a remolded Trypticon.
Not
Yes.
that remote. It's just Trypticon wearing spikes on his head. That's the entire thing. So all my notes involving him are just Trypticon does.
Trypticon in a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Trypticon Nichan, it's kind of adorable, but
Yeah.
The brother shtick is kind of amazing. It continues to
Yeah.
be one of the better parts of the movie.
Yes.
anyway, the giant alien spaceship crashes in the conveniently nearby Arctic.
Yep.
Yay!
Every planet's got one.
I know where that is.
And then everyone, all the Cybertrons are dicks to Leo Convoy Jr., or Leo Jr., whatever, the little Kid Appeal character, because he wants to go investigate this, and everybody's horrible to him except for Kid, the Tazmania Devil, who's the Cheeto of the group.
Because he totally understands him.
Yeah, so they agrees to go with him, and then everybody's less of a dick to Leo Jr. and wait, Skywarp's the name of the bird.
Yeah, the eagle.
Yes.
Who
was
released over here as Prowl.
No, he was Silverbolt. And I know this
Oh.
because I wrote him into my Beast Machines fanfic.
Oh, which one was Prowl?
He was
he
the lion.
was the lion.
Oh,
Yeah, which continues the trend in Transformers these days of Prowl being the absolute worst.
Yeah, that makes more sense than him being
Completely
a bird.
different.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
Completely
spoilers.
different.
The others were in fact right to be dicks to Lyle Jr. because he's the worst.
Yes.
Oh, totally. but he's just the child Kid Appeal character.
And he's apparently in charge of Magnaboss, which is crazy.
Well, he forms the head, which is,
And it does
Yes.
remind me of, in Car Robots / Robots in Disguise, the construction combiner who had this
Oh,
kid.
yeah.
The others were basically like his mentor / guardians.
Right, Wedge.
Yes, so I don't know if that's just a trope
that's
or...
definitely a trope. It's like the young prince and his entourage. It keeps cropping.
Yeah.
And it's usually insufferable, like here.
Yeah, he's pretty insufferable.
So, Lyle Convoy does eventually agree to this, and he sends the Magnaboss team plus Tazmania Kid into the Arctic wasteland.
Yes,
None of
but
them
this kid
are
is
Arctic.
totally gonna help.
Yeah, it's like, one of them is an elephant. It's like, where's your Tigertron guys? A polar bear at least?
I don't think they have any polar animals, except maybe the squid.
Yeah, squids are not polar. At least not that color.
Yeah, basically Skywarp and Santa go on to be their babysitter.
Yeah, and Leo Jr. is the first one inside this alien spaceship they don't know anything about. And he starts pushing buttons.
And it's sort of weirdly biomechanical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it kind of
There are
reminded me
bits
of
of this that look very Cronenbergian.
Yeah, it very much reminded me of a creepy iPad game called The Room.
Huh.
Not to be confused with the
The creepy movie, The Room.
yeah.
Alex,
creepy
you
for
are my
different
best
reasons.
friend.
So how's
Anyway,
your sex life?
they're poking buttons, and somehow they figure they can actually know anything about this alien ship. They have no idea where it came from. Oh, but they find a control unit for some sort of weird temporal space bridge.
And it's like a weird claw thing.
I thought it looked like a withered banana.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got a quest to go retrieve that in Skyrim.
I'm pretty sure I got a quest to go retrieve that in World of Warcraft.
I'm pretty sure I got a quest to retrieve that from the drawer your mother doesn't tell you about.
Yeah, from the top
I'm also
shelf.
gonna need some double A's.
I don't. It's it's got that claw look to it, so it's definitely that came from Bad Dragon. She spent some good money on that.
Oh,
Don't Google it, kids. Don't do it.
No.
I
Or
still
do.
can't get over Lio Jr. just being told not to touch anything and immediately touching everything.
Yeah, it's
This could all have been avoided.
It's like
mostly the Destrons still show up.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And BB, who's now upgraded into a wolf, says Roger and steals the magic MacGuffin withered banana claw.
And Lio Jr. pursues to chase, and then everyone else is like, no, you idiot.
So one of the Destrons, I missed which one, told him to go suck on his mama's tits.
Yeah, I have I think that was Hellscream or...
Is that something that like the dubbers added, or is that
No!
like a thing in
No,
Japan?
I shit you not. There was Opie mentioned in there. Tits.
I mean, I made a note to myself because of the way that I am to try not to read too much into like specific wording like that. But that was clearly something that was said there, and that I think that thing that offends me most about that is that they're robots.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's like a slam because he's a mammal and that guy's a shark.
I mean, I assume I see it being, an acceptable slam as in, you're a child, but they're robots.
But yeah,
I can
offends
only
me
assume
because
it's an idiom.
yes,
Kind
but,
of like that it's large number of years too soon for you to do that.
which is a line they use at 1.2. It's 10 years.
Yeah.
They say that, yeah. But it's just such a weird idiom to show up in this thing aimed at little children.
Yes.
Yeah, I really was not expecting to read one of George Carlin's 7 words you can't say on television during this sequence.
And
Yeah,
then
so-
later on, doesn't somebody say that he's getting pissed off?
Well, that could just be...
That may be
that-
translation.
Yeah, that's
I mean-
probably
Yeah.
the fan translation, just trying to make sense of something. But
Well,
this,
Being
it's
gritty and
also-
mature.
It's also worth bearing in mind that they just have different standards on that over there, because I remember there being some talk about how in Headmasters, there's a part where Wheelie is, saying language that children should not say.
I
Is
guess
saying offensive, which is great because it's Wheelie. But yeah, just, I get the impression that that's a little more acceptable on children's shows over there, but yes, it's also possible it's a idiomatic or, yeah.
it is a villain saying it, but it's still just weird and takes you out of it. Which it's hard to get into this because the pacing and the tropes are so.
Terrible.
And then since somebody's talking about yo mama's tits.
I mean, like I said, I can accept that well enough as being like, because you are a baby.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily saying, yo mama's so fat. It's just saying, you are a baby.
You're a baby, run home crying to mommy kind of thing.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, moving on past Leo Jr.'s mother.
The rest of the Cybertrons show up in their ship, which still flies. Why haven't you left the planet, guys? Or maybe that's not the thing. Whatever. I don't remember why they're here in the first place. And then everybody transforms.
Angle Moyus energy.
Oh, yeah, something.
It's like a Nostradamus thing, right?
Yeah, we covered that last time.
Right.
And Leo Jr. shoots that out of his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's
Because
got like
he's some-
special powers. He's the chosen
Some
one.
sort of chosen one.
Yeah, anyway, it's all...
I hate chosen ones.
Why does he have such an Optimus-y face? He does not deserve it at all.
No, he does not. Yeah, because only Leo Convoy also has a faceplate, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the squid guy kind of has a faceplate.
Yeah, sorta.
Like a weird squid face.
Yeah.
I do love that
But
Scuba shows up and does another idiom, which is Solid Snake's catchphrase.
Huh?
He says, kept you waiting, huh?
I missed that.
Yeah.
Also, I haven't played those games. So.
Yeah.
Maybe Lio Jr. just has like the juvenile onset version of that syndrome that was it Pyro had in Last End of the Wreckers.
Oh, yeah, where he was
Primus
Optimus Primus.
something?
Oh, yeah. I think the weirdest thing about it is just having the Kid Appeal character have Optimus Prime's head.
Yes.
Super weird.
It also gets
Yeah,
us a really bad scene later, but I'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah, so he can't, they can't combine because they aren't spiritually in sync enough, which is confusing, but okay.
It seemed more like Skywarp just didn't want to combine then. It's like, nah.
Yeah, he said, I mean, again, I told myself not to read too much into the specific wording of the translation, but he says, look, Lio Jr. asks why they can't combine, and Skywarp says, look into your heart and think about it. It's like,
Search your
I mean,
feelings or something.
I assume the way I took it to be is you know what you did wrong.
Yeah, that's how I read
Yeah.
it too.
But yeah, that's pretty harsh considering they're supposed to be protecting him. And also later one of them says something about how they would never let him be in danger, and I was like, but earlier,
You
like,
put him in danger.
Earlier, you refused to help him when he was fighting a bunch of Destrons, and then Tazmanian
wanted to
Kid
kill
had to
him.
jump in front of a bullet for him,
Yeah.
and then sassed him with his dying breath.
yeah.
Yeah, anyway, there's a fight, the animation's okay, I guess, for the fight. The magic MacGuffin banana's tossed back and forth. Hellscream has it at one point, but then Leo Jr. gets it back, and Tazmania Kid's injured. Whatever.
Yeah, Tasmanian Kid is injured to the point where his eyes go out.
Yeah.
First heroic sacrifice with no long-term consequences of this movie.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody take a drink. You'll need it to get through this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so, they're back in their base. They're trying to fix up Tasmanian Kid. And then Lio Convoy has a stern talking to with Lio Jr.
And Leo Jr. throws a sad baby fit.
Oh, it
Throws
should
this
be the
fit.
best scene in the movie. It's
It
not
throws-
because it's... Go ahead.
Yeah, you know how
Throws this-
great that scene with Optimus Primal sort of giving Silverbolt a talking to in Agenda Part 2? This is like the terrible version of that.
Leo Jr. basically declares that he has no friends. Because they won't
Yeah.
help him do the thing that he wants to do. And
It's an amazing temper tantrum.
yeah.
And he doesn't
takes
even
off.
know what he wants to do, and he runs off and transforms into his little lion version with his giant anime eyes. And he has
yeah.
the MacGuffin with him.
Yep.
Why does he still have the MacGuffin with him?
Why did
I
they
don't
let
know.
him take that?
He does actually make one decent point about it was really important to get that back from the Destrons. Oh yeah, but would you have sacrificed Tasmanian Kid's life for that? They're gonna pull a Cthulhu transformer out of the portal with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, the one thing you're harping on him most is the one thing he did right.
Yeah.
This is the thing that always gets me with these, Japanese little kid animes, that they tend to be so, morally inconsistent as far as I can tell.
Yep.
And maybe it's because it's a culture that I'm not familiar enough with, but it just feels really morally inconsistent a lot of times, and that definitely is an issue here.
Yeah, it's like, you have to be a jerk at one point so the idiot character can learn a message, and then you have to be forgiving later on, and you just, character motivations change for no reason.
Another problem with this scene, 2 characters with faceplate masks, static shots for changing once every 30 seconds for 3 minutes straight.
Yeah, that's
The
so
scene is
low.
only being carried by the voice acting.
Yeah,
And
it's not
And
great.
I'm not sure carrying is actually earned for a
No, I mean-
description for it.
Junior has a really annoying kid voice.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably a lady.
I didn't bother to look up who it is, but it's a voice I know I've heard before. As your plucky young boy hero who's voiced by a woman.
It is, in fact, a lady. She was also in Excel Saga, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Soul Eater, and Slayer's Revolution.
She had a career. What's she doing here?
Okay, maybe she's the big name. But
She's
wait,
the
has she
Judd
been
Nelson.
The series? No, that's probably earlier in her career anyway. I don't know. Who knows?
So anyway, yeah, he runs off, and the Destrons are somehow aware of this, and very disdainful of Lio Convoy's inability to keep this punk in line.
Am I the only one who thought Lio Jr.'s beast mode looked creepy?
Yeah, it's the anime eyes. Well, the
It's
face-
not just the anime eyes, it's also his forelegs are really weirdly proportioned. It's like they're human arms.
Yeah, it's not great.
No. Nothing about this is great.
Not really. There are a couple okay and good things, but overall, no.
Yeah, some stuff reaches good, nothing in this reaches great.
Yeah.
No.
Except Galvatron's massive grin.
Yeah.
Why?
So yeah, he's run off his own, and then Galvatron finds him burrowing out of the ground in his drill tank mode.
Which is actually well animated. I give it that. Every
That
once in a while, you get really good bits of animation.
And he manages to convince him somehow
Yeah.
that the ship is actually like a doomsday device, and they have to work together or it will destroy the whole planet.
Yeah, you gotta give me the MacGuffin or this whole planet will blow up. Oh, and you love this planet. You want peace. Galvatron is the worst liar, even through subtitles in a different language. He's the worst liar than Black Arachnia has been.
Also, at one point, some of his underlings just sort of look at each other like,
Oh man, he's actually buying it, oh man!
just, oh my
yeah.
god, it's not great. It's not great.
My note for this entire sequence is just obvious lie is obvious.
Yeah, and again, actually my notes for this, which really could cover most of the movie, is just all in lowercase OMG Lio Jr. no.
Yeah.
Just
And
no. Stop.
Somehow Kid has made it out there too, who's still injured. Like,
Yeah, that was brilliant. Send the injured guy after him.
Why didn't the guy who could transform into a bird get there first? What?
Who isn't dying?
Yeah.
Well, he did just blow him off.
And at this point, like, Lio Jr. agrees to Galvatron's idea. Yeah, I don't want to blow up the planet. I'll go with you. I'll hop behind your leg while your leg is shooting bullets from your knee at Kid. What?
Oh, this kid is the worst.
Yeah.
He is.
The worst.
So bad.
Not to be confused with Kid, who is comparatively tolerable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, not to mention, on top of that, it's like, at this point, you're that close, just grab the little lion cub. Why do you need to convince him to walk back to your base on his own power? And
I mean, listen, if he's that dumb, you might as well.
yeah, but then as soon as they're inside their base, and he takes the MacGuffin, it's like, oh no, we're gonna open up a portal and summon Megatron. It'll be cool.
Yeah. As soon as they do this, yoink.
It's like, why wait that long?
Now, I guess the question is, what Megatron are they trying to summon?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
that is a question worth asking.
Well, considering it's a sequel sort of the Beast Wars, it would make sense to summon that one. But if you're summoning someone who's going to be powerful with a weapon, you'd think G1 Megatron. It's just...
I don't
As
think
it
Japanese
turns out-
continuity made a distinction between G1 Megatron and G1 Optimus and Beast Wars Megatron and Beast Wars Optimus the way the English version did.
Yeah, it could just be the same guy, but anyway.
I mean, as it turns out, it's all kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, because Megastorm pushes the wrong button.
It's so wonderful, because Galvatron says, now we can summon the greatest and most powerful Transformer in history! And then Megastorm, who is Triptychon, and his little tiny T-Rex arms is doing science, and that's my favorite shot right there.
It's
Just
great.
doing science.
With tiny T-Rex arms.
Yep.
Yeah, so he summons the wrong thing, which...
Wah, wah.
And, it's the villain, it's the big villain, and it's Majin Zarek, who everybody seems to know, but they never actually explain what the hell he is.
No.
It took me a moment. I actually had to look it up because initially I had him confused with Violin Jiger.
Yeah, because it looks more like Violin Jiger, but they're saying Majin Zarek, which is kind of like Mazin Zarek, who was Scorponok.
For those who do not know, Violin Jiger was the sort of demony villain from the Zone series, which was basically Japan's version of Rebirth, in that it was supposed to be a new season that really just only got a pilot that was released as an OVA in like 1990. So deep cuts here, is what I'm saying.
He's like a big space bug monster.
Yeah, he looks like an overly fat Mechagodzilla with a horned demon head.
What he kind of reminded me was a lot of the sort of horrible robot monsters that they were getting at the end of G Gundam.
Kinda. A little bit Devil Gundam-ish. Somebody good might have designed him, but he doesn't really make any damn sense because he's just this big fat thing with multiple tails, an aircraft carrier on his back, and a teeny tiny head.
And then he just straight up transforms into an aircraft carrier.
Yes, they've summoned
that-
the USS
Tank
flag.
Yes.
That's my note too.
I mean, it's like, that's almost as unbelievable a transformation as Ravage's sudden Beast Wars Ravage's sudden cassette mode at the end of Agenda.
The transformation that Smajan Zarek has, it's like they try to make sense out of it, but it realistically, he's just like, his legs are the back of the boat, his shoulders are the front of the boat, the middle of the boat disappears, and the flight deck of the aircraft carrier is on his back.
Then all the horrifying demon bits just come out.
Pop out of nowhere. And he's got itty-bitty arms, too. He's got almost T-Rex arms, just with more fingers.
He does have teensy arms and giant legs and 2 tails for some reason.
3 tails.
3 tails.
I don't think he does have 3 tails.
It's so
and the tails have like extra bug legs on them?
Yeah. And
they definitely had a lot of fun designing this guy.
Whoever designed him was good, but was just going crazy.
I wonder if they pulled the design out from another studio while they weren't looking. Like, we have this awesome monster for this other series we're doing in the building. Yoink.
Kinda. He does kind of feel... Well, at least his head is like a leftover design from something else, because it doesn't look Transformers-y at all.
It's just a monster.
It actually does look a lot like one of Violent Jigger's heads. Yeah.
Weird.
But yeah, he has these 3 horns, 2 of which apparently fold up when he transforms, so whenever we see his stock animation, his head comes up and those 2 horns sort of pop out.
And he's got a big 3rd eye on his forehead, which that totally won't be important later.
Oh, certainly not.
And he's not a character. He just makes a bunch of super stock sound effect sounding monster roars.
Yeah, I don't think they even hired the Japanese version of Frank Welker to make animal noises for this thing.
No, those are like Frank Welker noises from 1965.
I mean, even in context of the movie itself, I can't tell whether he's supposed to be sentient.
I don't think so. He's just
he's
a weapon?
At the end of the movie, he's working without direction, but he's like an animal.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have direction other than shoot what's in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean, he seems... And he is, well, again, this is probably just translation stuff, because I know that Japanese doesn't have quite the significant use of gendered pronouns, but they do seem to be referring, at least in translation, referring to Violent, or now I'm just going to call him Violent Jagger. But they seem to refer to Majin Zarek a lot with, non-gendered it sort of pronouns. But I don't know if that was just extrapolation by the translation people or not.
Because for most of his appearance, he's just used as a transport vehicle.
Yes.
Yeah. He's steered with a giant pirate wheel.
Which is adorable.
Why?
Which just makes me think of that terrible pirate joke.
Arr, it's steering me nuts.
It's driving
me nuts.
Yeah.
I love that. It's so bad. So yes, at one point...
do not actually have those.
My favorite part of them was him on the aircraft carrier. And I forget if I'm jumping ahead a little bit.
We're jumping ahead a lot, who cares?
Oh yeah.
But as they're approaching a, land, they're in the water and they're approaching land, and they're like, there's land ahead, and I think it's Galvatron's that won't stop him, he's all powerful. And then he just goes up onto the land.
Drives up, it's a land carrier.
Up onto the land. Also, Lio Convoy sends Galvatron a threatening text message.
No, that's not from Lio Convoy.
That happens.
As we find out, yes.
Yes.
But Galvatron thinks that this challenging text message is from Lio Convoy.
And, the Cybertrons are panicking because his big thing is here. Oh no, Majin Zarak, who we have no context for, is here. We're afraid. But, somewhere between... The voice acting is trying a little, but the music and the way it's written, it doesn't convey the level of threat you'd think this giant thing should be.
Not so much.
Yeah, weird.
And also, again, we are jumping ahead here, but there's also a bit where Hellscream launches from the aircraft carrier, and the rest of the Destrons are basically being the flight crew, and it's like being a Top Gun, and I enjoyed that because I love Top Gun.
Yeah, that's my
favorite
part.
And I loved Hellscream just going afterwards. I always wanted to do that.
Yeah, that was pretty adorable.
Oh, it's great because they're doing everything a normal flight crew would do on an aircraft carrier deck. Like they have the little glow cones, and Trypticon or Megastorm, whatever, is kneeling down and doing something like he's a mechanic.
And the guy who's launching is the guy who is a robot shark.
Yeah.
Yes!
Well, he can
They
fly.
launch a robot shark.
It made me wish that Skybite was actually on the show.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Would have had a haiku at least.
So yeah, they're fighting. We get a brief cameo appearance from the Insectrons, who are also on this show.
Yeah, and they're good guys? What?
Yeah, they're all good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite their leader being the horrifically sculpted Transketo.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
weird.
I love Transkeeto's toy, though.
And
I mean, I do, but he looks like the Predator.
That's true.
Clearly not a good guy.
anyway, Lyo Convoy is just beating up everybody, and at one point he makes Trypticon blast off like Team Rocket.
Yep, he is blasting off again.
Oh, another bit of, I think it might be the last really good bit of animation in this, is when the Majin Zarak actually fires his main gun. It's a very nicely animated, destructive wave that hits everything and destroys mountains.
Yeah, that is cool.
Did we get to the part where Lyo Jr. finally escapes because he remembers he can turn into a cat and cats can fit through just about anything?
Yes.
Cats are a liquid.
That's exactly how Halle Berry escapes from prison in that Catwoman movie.
No.
Oh yeah, but that's kind of like the part where the music is the worst. Because like the giant robot monsters on a rampage, and is Lyo Jr. imprisoned in that or the Destron ship?
I think he's on the Galvaberg.
But like the music they have during his escape is like this upbeat, peppy thing that does not fit at all.
No.
Just weird. Anyway, he gets out.
Yeah, he gets out and he, merges with his Magnaboss comrades, and they get to this ship, the weird alien ship that we also never get an explanation for.
Yeah.
And he hits a home run in Smash Brothers.
Yes.
Exact same sound effect.
And so he uses his own power to activate this teleport thing.
Which, again, is another very Japanese robot show trope.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've seen it at least like 3 times in Getter Robos.
And we see he brings through a mysterious figure. Who could it be?
I don't know,
Who could
but
it be?
it's a chromed golden repaint of somebody.
Yeah, it's a convenient limited edition repaint of somebody.
Enter that lucky draw, kids.
Yeah.
And then, after the Cybertrons have seemingly been defeated, Galvatron gets a threatening text message from Convoy.
It's just on his computer, it pops up, and he gets angry. Because, yeah, man, you get angry when somebody's sending you anon hate. He gets anon hate.
Got doxed.
From Convoy. I like that this really drives home how increasingly inappropriate the name Convoy has become.
Yes, Convoy the lion, Convoy the gorilla,
Yeah,
Convoy the mammoth.
It's weird because it's taken the thing like Optimus Prime. Prime is a thing that's stuck onto other people's names in the U.S. continuity. Right. In Japan, it's because Optimus Prime was originally named Convoy in Japan, and every other dude who's an Autobot leader, except for Starsaber, is something Convoy, or just Convoy, which makes things more confusing.
It's like if instead of Optimus Prime, like the Prime part was something that was specific to trucks.
Yeah.
And then that was given
to mammoths and lions and everything.
Like if he was Truckimus Prime, and then in Beast Wars you had Truckimus Primal. I mean, that's almost literally what it's like.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the one in Neo called? Is that Big Convoy?
Big Convoy.
Yeah, that's Big
We got a great big convoy.
Running through the night.
Oh, man, he should have transformed into a rubber duck.
Just a mammoth.
So, yeah, we the Cybertrons are buried under rock. Lyle Convoy hears a familiar voice telling him to keep fighting, and he recognizes this voice.
It's Monkey
Because
Jesus!
It is the legendary commander, legendary general,
Something like that.
legendary. It's Optimus Primal.
Yeah.
I take
He's
so
in
much
front.
issue with this.
Yeah.
Optimus Primal covered in
Yeah.
saran wrap.
Because Optimus Primal is a great, heroic character. He's a great leader on a small scale. He is not legendary.
Well,
Especially because, keep in mind, at this point, all they've really gotten is, like, season 1.
yes, that's where the problem lies, because he's season 1 design Optimus Primal, and he's not a legend at that point. Like, by the time that we eventually get back to Cybertron and everything happens in Beast Machines, then he might be a legend.
But by then he's dead.
Well,
Yeah. And even then, he's never quite the kind of legend. I mean, later, I'll skip ahead again for a moment, but he and Lio Convoy do this Matrix-based attack. He doesn't have a Matrix. I mean, not yet.
no, it's
It's like he's not. They're using him, and it's even funnier if you consider the way Beast Wars was translated in Japan. So this great
He's a joke.
legendary lover of bananas.
Yes.
and here he's like this Jesus monkey, as you said, but he's just a low-level, decent commander. And he's okay with all this being revered as if he was a god. It's like,
Yeah,
I can't see
he-
Primal reacting like this. Like, how the hell did I get here? Who are you guys? Wait, you think I'm important? What?
Yeah, Optimus Primal he's the John McClane of the Maximals.
Yeah, he's the dad. He's the awesome dad of the Maximals. He's not Jesus.
Or General Monkey Patton.
No.
Yeah, and somehow he arrives here and he's come up with a plan that uses native terrain to his advantage. You just got here. How do you know about this, like, spaceship graveyard in a canyon? What?
He just does.
And of course, it must
He
be said
has
here that
scripts.
he retains none of his personality.
Nope.
He's a generic
No.
leader guy.
Yeah. I mean,
Thank
I
you.
wonder if
Leader
he even retains any of his personality from, like, the Japanese translation of Beast Wars. I can't imagine. I mean, he doesn't say anything about bananas as far as I can tell.
No.
That's important. His bananas.
Yeah. So yeah, they lure him into this canyon where, Majin and Zarek will be somewhat trapped.
Because they're lucky he can't fly. He just waddles.
Yeah.
And once again, we've got more power sharing here because Magnaboss has now got Tazmania Kid's energy somehow coursing through him because
Yeah.
they teamed up. Because he's kind of master blastering him here.
I don't know how it works.
knows?
It's like Magnaboss has a wound in his shoulder. I don't know what they're doing. The physics break down because somehow Magnaboss lifts the entire aircraft carrier and throws it. What?
Hey, it's just like on Carnage in C minor, where I think Devastator lifts Broadside.
But at least Devastator's supposed to be like 100 feet tall. Magnaboss is like 20, 30.
He's as tall as a lion standing on an elephant.
Oh, okay.
20 feet.
Like a kind of unfolded elephant, but...
That's my favorite kind of measurement.
This is probably the only cool actual action set piece in the movie, and it's lifted straight from Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
Magnaboss suplexes that aircraft carrier.
Yeah. And at this point, Galvatron gets thrown out of Majin Zarak, and he conveniently lands on Trypticon, who can fly. What?
Yeah. Well, I guess he kind of has that vehicle-y mode that you could conceivably say flies.
Yeah, the base
Maybe.
mode, whatever. Whatever.
There's like the base mode, and there's the dinosaur mode, and then there's like a third mode that is allegedly a vehicle.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite.
But again, it's the Megastorm being adorable because he's talking to his brother in this flying vehicle mode, but his head is on the back of it, like just opening and closing, talking to him. It's like so toyetic.
So yeah, the the Destrons are out of here, but Majin Zarek is still on the rampage because they're just finding out for the first time that he's alive, even though they all knew who he was originally.
Yeah, they were so scared of him, but then he was being piloted. You should have been scared of without it. Whatever.
Maybe this is a thing where just their history lessons are really crummy. Like, how everybody knew who Starscream was, but only one person actually knew that he was, the traitoriest traitor who ever traitored.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but luckily, they've been doing some science on the Cybertron base, and it turns out that huge conspicuous third eye, if you can attack his weak point for massive damage.
So this is something that also, to go back to Headmasters, because I have some vague knowledge of Headmasters from having
Get the power pack.
crappy dubbed episodes. Actually introducing the fandom to crappy dubbed episodes thanks to a badly copied VHS tape and some BotCon parties. That one episode that everyone picked up on, Life Can Be Sacrificed for Peace on Earth, had this plot about how, like, Highbrow was trying to figure out what Scorponok's weak spot was, and I want to know where this trope came from, that a weak spot is something that you can find by sitting at a computer for long enough.
The origin, who knows? It's a thing that keeps coming up over and over. Not just in Transformers, like it happens in, like, Dragon Ball movies and...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is some sort of, got some sort of kaiju origins or what it is, but yeah, you use a big computer to calculate the weak spot. How do you calculate a weak spot? I mean, I don't know, Star Wars was never that big over there, because I was gonna say, I mean, the thing with the Death Star's weak spot actually involved, like, poring over blueprints and stuff, but you don't have blueprints for this dude who just showed up.
That's the thing, that they kind of skip a spot in anime. It's like somehow you can just take a picture and then extrapolate internal structures from nothing.
Yeah, and that's dumb. It's
Yeah,
dumb.
That's science. You just don't understand science.
I guess. That's like Night Vale science.
Yeah, it's like...
done by writing science on a whiteboard with some hearts around it.
It doesn't make... It is a big trope in Japan that there's the weak spot, we have to find out. And somehow we find out, we don't know how. In America, it'd be just like, hey, look at that eyeball, shoot it, maybe it'll work.
Yeah. Maybe that eyeball has some significance. You don't have to sit in front of a computer.
It's different babble to explain the same thing. Just shoot the thing.
There is a similar thing on a Generation 1 episode with Bruticus, but in that case, I think it's a deliberate failsafe that they put into him, so they could stop.
Yeah, where they have a spot on his back. And
there are like 3 spots on his back.
Yeah.
And the thing with that is that's known by the person who put him together, being Starscream in that case. And that's something that they specifically have to have Starscream tell them.
Yeah, this is just missing that key component of why do you know this?
How does looking at a computer help you figure that out?
Anyway, it's time for hot-blooded robot action, and...
It is time for burning justice.
Yes, Convoy and Convoy just glow for no reason.
Well, they synchronize
There's a
their
reason.
matrices.
The reason is they need another color redeco.
Yep.
They need a special edition redeco that they can sell through a special promotion to tie in with this movie.
Oh yeah.
So they synchronize their matrices, even though Optimus Primal does not have a matrix, and I find the notion of him having one offensive.
I agree.
That should never happen.
No, he doesn't need space magic to make him awesome, because he's already awesome.
Yeah.
But they made him more awesome. He has 3 different colors in this. He has his standard. He has the golden when he shows up, and he turns red when he and Lio Convoy transform. And Lio's glowing gold, and he's normally white. And Primal is red, and the monkey riding a lion towards the...
That's kind of cool, I have to admit.
That is kind of cool, and like, they give each other different special names. It's like Erupting Burning Convoy or something.
I mean, the way you fix things, the way you defeat things in 90s anime is glowing and crashing into things.
Yep.
Which, I love G Gundams, so I don't have a problem with that. It's just a bit more put into everything else around the, hey, it's glowing, so it's more powerful part.
Yes, it's glowing. It's going to crash into things, and then it wins.
Yeah. And that's what they do. They go right through his head.
Not
Through
just
this
his
third
head.
eye.
Through his head and then out through the rest of him, just flying and glowing. And how you're a lion and a monkey? I mean, okay, it has jets, but what?
Because
I
burning
felt like-
justice. Hot-blooded
I
something or other.
If it had been 10 years later, I would have felt like this really wanted to be the end of the original Transformers, the movie.
Or that also involved crashing through a dude's eye.
It did.
Uh,
Exactly.
Nobody was glowing until they got in his tummy, and that's a whole different thing.
There were
Maybe they just don't understand what a matrix is in Japan. Maybe they just think a matrix is a spark chamber. Who knows?
Well, stay tuned for next episode.
Oh, yeah.
Stay tuned
It'll
for next
be brother
episode.
versus brother. Tears and blood will be shed.
Anyway, they defeat the thingy, and then Primal has to go home, but it doesn't seem like he wants to leave, which is crazy.
I like when Primal's walking off, and he's walking off in robot mode, and you get the kind of, like, sexy robot butt shot that we've come to
Oh, yeah.
expect from Alex Milne.
I forgot about
That's
that.
a very more than meets the eye sort of butt shot we get of Optimus
Yeah,
Primal's robot mode, and I'm pretty impressed.
It is very normal framing you would get in a fan service show on some anime lady's ass.
I may have to
Robot
screen
suit.
cap that and add that to the post. So that
Make it a GIF.
Yes. Yeah, that may be required.
But yeah, and he's going away, and he says he's gonna go back to Energoa, planet Energoa. Is it like, okay, in Japan, I guess they didn't figure out it was supposed to be Earth all along. They're gonna be in
No
for a
one
surprise
cares,
after
no.
this movie comes out.
Oh my god, I was wrong. It was Earth all along. You finally made a monkey out of me.
But anyway, so he doesn't actually want to go, apparently, but they have to send him back because, it turns out that giant trans-time portal thingy actually is going to blow up the planet.
And possibly the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the universe? Why? Why is not blowing up the planet you're standing on just enough stakes?
Yeah, they needed
Because
more
they don't really
stakes.
care about that planet that much. I mean, it's got that
They
weird
needed-
Amalgos stuff, but they could detect it out in
Kind of a
space if
dump.
they blew out the planet.
It's like
They needed more delicious steaks.
Listen, this transport device is frightening. This transport device will destroy space.
No.
So Primal's well sculpted butt is like, my planet needs me. Goodbye.
Yes.
Actually, if it was only the planet, they still have a functional spaceship. They could just take it to another planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it has.
And they need to get it out of the plot as quickly as possible because it would make things way too easy for the second half of the season.
Yes,
Yeah,
of course
but,
it's got to be about to explode.
But the thing is, they don't actually destroy the entire spaceship. They just destroy the 3 bits of it that are up in the sky that make the portal. The rest of it's still there.
Yeah, well.
That's a plot.
They destroyed the portal. That
And of
portal
course
is a plot hole.
A literal plot hole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the movie. So to speak.
Yeah, 45 or so minutes of.
That's like a 2-part episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
We're not
crummy
getting that
2-part
time back.
episode.
Oh. I've seen worse anime movies, so quote unquote movies that are just original video animation somebody got stuck in a theater, but it's forgettable, except for the fact that Primal shows up
Yeah.
Yeah.
and is
totally out of character.
Yeah.
Except I like
He's
to believe
not
that
out of
his-
character. He doesn't have a character.
No, I mean,
I like to
this
believe
team up
that
would
that-
mean a lot.
I like to believe that butt is entirely in character.
Okay.
Well, yes. I mean, this team up would mean a lot more if Lio Convoy had a personality.
Yeah, if there at least was a difference between them, but this version of Primal is so generic, and Lio Convoy isn't really any different.
No, I mean, if you had like an Optimus Primal Generation 1 Optimus Prime team up, that would mean something because those are 2 distinct characters.
Yeah, but this is more like Marvel Comics Optimus Prime and cartoon Optimus Prime.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that
That
kind
might be being too generous. This is more like a coloring book Optimus Prime teaming up with the Sumbo storybooks Optimus Prime.
Oh, the happy smiling Prime?
Oh, like he has
Yes.
that weird smile. Actually, that would even be a better team up just for that weird face.
Yeah.
Especially if they teamed up to fight Megatron driving that car.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's the Megatron they should have summoned. That would have been a way more impressive weapon of destruction. Megatron in a car.
Well, yeah, except they're on like a weird prehistoric planet. He's going to run out of gas, and then they're just going to have to push that thing.
Yeah.
Ridiculous first.
So yeah, that is Beast Wars 2, the movie, ensuring that no matter what happens, Transformers the movie will not be the worst animated Transformers movie.
Yeah.
It's not the worst thing in theater. Did they ever actually have another Japanese movie in theaters?
I don't believe they ever have.
Oh, this
I
I think
probably
the
was.
closest we've had is the Predacons Rising, Predacons Rising, the thing that ended Prime.
Oh, yeah.
Which was it's better than this.
Well, it's way better than this. I mean,
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
That's not a high bar to clear.
no, it's enjoyable, whereas this is not enjoyable. But boy, can you imagine how relieved those people watching this must have been when they hit Bad Spark?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is this package with Bad Spark in a clip show or something?
I think like previously on Beast Wars kind of
Maybe
thing.
one of the
And-
clip
Yeah.
shows remixed to be about bananas.
Well, actually, Bad Spark, because it was theatrically released, was not included on the TV airings of Beast Wars Season 2, and thus it was replaced with a clip show entitled "Where is the Banana?"
Oh yeah.
God damn it, Japan.
To be followed up later by another clip show that was called "I Found My Banana" or something.
This is why I'm so amazed that we're getting a masterpiece Optimus Primal. Astonished that anyone in Japan would remember Beast Wars fondly enough to want anything new to do with it.
Well, the thing is, the masterpiece is aimed at more of the hardcore fans in Japan anyway.
Who are familiar with the
Yeah,
American
the
version.
hardcore fans in Japan are importing more than meets the eye comics right now, so, yeah.
And I suppose more your average Japanese person, especially your average Japanese otaku, is more likely to know enough English to just watch those than your average American person.
Can just identify, hey, Opie, he said tits.
Yeah. Oh.
Apparently,
But yeah, so.
there is, in addition to "Where's the Banana," there is another clip show entitled "Remix: I Lost the Banana,"
Oh, that was it.
because that replaced "Cutting Edge," which was released theatrically in Japan.
Oh? Oh.
And there is also "Where is the Banana R," which they aired at the end of Beast Machines.
Oh.
There's some
I want to track that down really bad
there's
now.
food whiplash.
Like, how Beast Machines with comedy banana, what? Clip show, what?
I mean, they do actually eat, and they're not bananas, but they're like fruit of some sort.
Yeah.
Gray apples.
From the great gray apple. This is one of those things, it's like, every once in a while in anime I encounter something, it's like, I've heard of, but I never actually saw. And then I don't see until decades later, and it's like, oh, that's disappointing. That's this.
Yeah.
It's like if I'd waited years to see Samurai Showdown, the OVA, which is bad, like most video game tie-ins. It's not just movies that take off from video games that are bad. Anime, most of them, except for the Fatal Fury ones, are bad too. And this is about the same level. It's confusing, characters out of character.
And just motivation, being morally inconsistent and their motivations just changing seemingly for no reason.
Yeah, there's
I mean, it happens enough. I have to assume that there's some sort of cultural thing that I'm missing. Like, maybe those things are consistent from a certain viewpoint, or maybe they just don't care that much about their writing.
I think it might be that Transformers isn't as big in Japan as it is in the US, too, and it skews younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's
So this
their
is like,
marketing it younger.
I mean, certainly look at, say, Cheetor versus,
Leo
you know,
Jr.
Lio Jr.
Yeah.
Whereas Cheetor seems like he's supposed to be like 14, 15, and Lio Jr.'s clearly supposed to be like 10.
Or less.
Yeah.
More like 6.
Till he throws his Kylo Ren fit and then goes black for a few hours.
So yeah, I think that about does it for Lio Convoy in imminent danger, and I'm in imminent danger of falling asleep.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
I was glad I had coffee with me watching that, because I needed it.
Let's not even bother trying to find Beast Wars Neo. We'll think of something next time we have a bonus episode.
Yeah, I know at some point I saw some, like, I think I mentioned during our Beast Wars first episode that, you know, where I used to live, there were stores that would actually rent out, you know, bootleg copies of fan subs and stuff. And I know they had Neo, so I know Neo's floating around out there in the US somewhere. I guess no one's put it up on YouTube.
Yeah, somebody subbed it. I could find like episode 2, but I couldn't find episode 1.
Well, we'll keep that in mind for between Beast Wars and Beast Machines.
Yes. So until next time, you can find us all over the internet. We are on Twitter at @StasisPod. We're on Tumblr at stasispod.tumblr.com. And we're on Facebook at facebook.com/StasisPod.
And our RSS feed is hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we have just recently launched, 3 of the 4 of us here have just recently launched a new weekly news podcast called Iacon Underground Radio.
Yes. We're all now part of a larger network of podcasts, which I think means that I'm going to have to start plugging Squarespace.
Yeah, I'll have to. Also, Audible.
Like a handsomer Paul Scheer.
I listen to a lot of like writing podcasts, and they all plug just audible.com just constantly.
oh yeah.
Audible.com is the first step before you move on to the other things.
Squarespace.
Mattresses and shaving kits.
Shaving kits, daily fantasy.
Alpha Brain energy drink.
Well, they can't do the fantasy stuff anymore, because at least in New York, haha.
Well, that means that you can't read them, but I think the rest of us can read those ads. You just have to plug your ears whilst we're doing so.
And say la la la.
A lot of the podcasts are from New York, so.
Okay. And we're also open to open ads for open source dildos.
Yes. I'm all about those.
Actual ad that aired on the Flophouse. Was hilarious.
That sounds delightful.
The other hosts barely let him finish. But anyway, if you would like to write into us with, I don't know, ads you'd like us to read, or maybe you know where to find Beast Wars Neo episodes. Maybe they're in like a warehouse at the end of Raiders. And I suspect that much like the things in those boxes, if we tried to watch it, our faces would melt off.
Yeah, that would be my concern.
But if you want to write it into us about any of those things, write into the old Maxa mailbag at stasispodcast@gmail.com, and we'll read your letter on the air. So, until next time, when we see if, maybe the universe is slightly better, in slightly better shape than we left it, and we can reassume our corporeal forms. At least, here's hoping.
Yeah, I mean, there can't be anyone there who'd actually be able to fix anything, right?
Nah. I mean, the time itself is coming apart.
Wibbly wobbly.
Timey-wimey.
So until then, I'm Rob, and yes, I lost the banana.
I'm Jen. I found the banana.
I'm Alex. What's a banana?
And I'm David. Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas.
Wait a minute. That's not a banana.
Yeah, that Beast Wars 2 episode. That was not great.
No.
Oh.
I was just sitting in the coffee shop watching it with this look on my face like, It was like the way I look when I'm sitting there with a particularly bad editing job.
Yeah.
I wound up so bored that I got distracted despite it being subtitled.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was the unfortunate part. If it was dubbed, I could just kind of listen to it, but no,
Yeah.
I had to pay full attention.
and yet you don't have to pay full attention. Well, I don't think this will be a very long episode, even though
Well,
it's
no, because there was like 10 minutes of plot in
40...
45 endless minutes.
Does it actually say on the wiki how long it is? Probably not.
It actually doesn't, surprisingly.
Oh, I think they would. Oh.
But it was very long.
They had to introduce so many candidates for special edition limited recolors.
Oh.